So it's been a couple weeks since we've done a video, and it's been a pretty busy last couple of weeks for me anyway. I haven't really done anything in the lab or any really work at all. The only thing I've done was add storage to my Unraid server, which I started to record for you guys, but it was really boring and it just wasn't really worthwhile, in my opinion, to release. But I did want to catch you guys up on some of the things that I plan to do and might do, and then some temporary things that we'll end up doing. So the first thing we're gonna do is look at the electrical box. So you guys might remember that I wanted to add a dedicated 20 amp circuit to the network room the network closet / server room, whatever you want to call it. And originally I had thought that the hall bath and the utility closet, which is the network closet, were on the same 15 amp breaker right here. And that is true, but it turns out after having a couple electricians come by that this is actually the bathroom lights. And then up here is the actual outlets. So I don't actually have to worry about ever tripping a breaker with the outlets in the bathroom and the outlets in the utility closet. So 15 amps should be more than enough to run my couple of servers and the lights and maybe a few other things. So we're probably going to drop doing this all together. I did have all of that stuff priced out, and the first electrician wanted about $2,400. And honestly, $2,400 to do all that work is kind of insane. Actually, I didn't even tell you all of the work because it's more than just adding like a 20 amp breaker as well as some outlets. It's a little bit more than that. That's basically what I wanted. And the one more thing I wanted was to add an attic vent to get all that hot air out of there. So I normally leave this door open because it gets pretty toasty in here. So like right now with the door being open for the last couple of hours, it's about 73 degrees Fahrenheit in here, and that's only with one of these servers running. So if I had both of them running, it'd probably be a lot hotter, and it's not even the summer yet. So one of the things I wanted to get the electrician to do was add a dedicated switch here to turn a fan or a vent off that would be added up here. And then also the vent would turn on depending on the temperature, so it wouldn't always be running. So the original quote for that was about $2,400, which is pretty insane. And then, we were going to add like quad box right here instead of this 2-port outlet here. And that was about it. So there wasn't really much that he said he needed to do for that, but $2,400 is just a lot of money. So we had a second electrician come, and he quoted us about $1,100 to do all that stuff, which is still pretty pricey, but he kind of suggested that I could probably do it all on my own if I really wanted to. But then he also dropped the bomb on me that that breaker out there is 15 amps. The lights in the bathroom are on that same breaker, and not the entire bathroom like I originally thought. So we're probably gonna drop that all together. And I could probably actually put a fan in here myself, but that's gonna require a little work and some money that we're gonna have to save, because it turns out really quiet fans are very expensive. But they're like below 30 decibels, and they're about 110 to 140 CFM depending on the brand. And for being, below 30 decibels, that's pretty damn good. So what I'm thinking I might do in the meantime, because it gets so hot, is I might actually poke a hole in this wall here, and we'll pass through network cables and power cables into here. And then we'll take this entire server rack and actually move it into the master bedroom closet, which is on the other side of this wall. So this is the master bedroom closet, and in this corner right here is actually where the server, or part of the server room is anyway. And I'm thinking, an outlet will go somewhere right about here, and the server will sit, in place of all this junk that's sitting right here in this corner. And what's really cool about the master bedroom closet, besides its immense size, is it actually has AC in here too. So that AC will help push out some of the hot air that's in here, and that'll go straight out into the master bathroom as well. So I think it'd be a great place to sit here temporarily, and it'd be pretty cheap and inexpensive for me to do myself. So that's probably what we're gonna end up doing. And some other things, or some goodies that I have that we're gonna end up doing in the network closet and just in general the next couple of weeks or next couple of months even. We will be adding some Cat 6 Ethernet cable in the house. So this will be for cameras only. I won't be running any computer equipment off of that, and that's why I got Cat 6. Originally, I was thinking about doing Cat 5e, but I was like, you know what? Let's just do Cat 6. It's $10 more for 250 feet of it, and you know, I'm only going to be running a couple cameras, so I was like, you know what? It's fine. It's worth the price. Now, I was originally going to get 2 boxes of 250, so I could do 2 runs at the same time. But I'm honestly only gonna be running 2 cameras, maybe 3 tops, and that could change in the future. And if it does, it probably won't be for a while anyway. So I didn't really see a point of buying more than 1 box. It didn't really make sense, especially financially speaking, because there's so many projects we have to do in this house. And I'm not even talking just like SPX labs or SPIX labs related activities. I'm talking like, you know, adding a screened in porch and just little things all over the place, maybe even a fence. There's just so much to do. So I'm being very like price conscientious towards stuff and thinking about making my dollar go a little bit further. So that's one of the major reasons why I only got 1 box of 250 feet. I would never recommend that for anyone in the future. If you are doing your own cable runs, I would always like say minimum, you know, get like, instead of buying 1,000 feet of cable, you know, just buy 2 boxes of 500 or buy 3 boxes of 250. Whatever it is, doing multiple cable runs at the same time is always going to help you in the long run, or not in the long run, in the short run, because it'll take less time, less effort, and you know, all that jazz. So, and then some of the other things we have a patch panel, which will be pretty cool to see. We're still waiting for the network rack that should be here sometime in April or late April, like on the 26th. I got a wire pooler, so I could pull some wires and a bunch of other tools. They're not all in here. I've been kind of having fun. So this punch down should be for this, I think. This thing was like 15 bucks. It was insanely expensive, or surprisingly expensive for what it is. But it'll be nice to have to do the punch down, so I don't have to do anything ghetto. And I guess last thing is I will be checking out Proxmox for the first time on this Dell box here. So this is a 7820, and this thing is pretty boss for what it is. It's got some NVMe, all NVMe storage, or no, that's not true. It's got an SSD and NVMe storage on it, which would be pretty cool for Proxmox, and it's only got 20 cores. We'll talk more about that later, so I don't want to get into too much detail about that now. And then we made a huge mess here because I'm actually running 10 gig, or it's not 10 gig. This has onboard 10 gig, but I'm running Ethernet to this, and there's an Ethernet cable that goes all the way around and, you know, pops up in the back here. So like in the future, if I'm ever doing videos like with new servers or new components, whatever they may be, I have a place for power and then also networking. And eventually what I'd like to do, instead of leaving this switch down here all the time, I'm going to drop or add more ports. So that will be probably a quad port of Cat 6A in the future. But it's going to be a while before we get there. And I made a huge mess because I was doing all sorts of crazy things. I put that keyboard back, and then I was doing something crazy with this subwoofer, and it's really just been kind of a mess the last couple of days, and I only cleaned up for this video. So I've really just been cleaning up, and you know, I got this plastic bin here, and this plastic bin has all sorts of cables and other like little knickknacks, VGA adapters, other adapters of all sorts, SATA cables and all sorts of stuff. And these are like just general storage for some projects I have planned. I haven't put these boxes on long-term storage yet, even though the switches are deployed, because I don't really know. I don't have a good excuse. I've been lazy. But the cameras are in here somewhere. Oh, there they are. So there's some cameras right there. Those need to go up around the house, and we're going to be doing that, like I mentioned earlier, and just some other boxes of junk. And, you know, I've been on a really big organization spree now that I'm going to be living somewhere for quite some time, hopefully. So this used to be like stacked way high, full of stuff. And, you know, now it's got some power cables right there, and it's just like tools, random parts for, you know, building computers, which is really nice. And then here in the other one, I've got, you know, basically some study material, books, things of that nature. These are all CDs and a CD burner, general knickknack. I don't think I ever showed you guys, but I put this a Dynomat in here. This isn't actually Dynomat. Dynomat's a brand, but it's that dampening tar stuff. I don't know what to call it, because this stuff was really loud in the past, and having it in there has really quieted it down. It doesn't matter now because I have a dedicated office, but it did in the past. And then, of course, for the apocalypse, I have tons of smoke grenades because you never know when you might need some smoke grenades. No, I'm just kidding. These are left over from my days of playing Airsoft, and I don't know what to do with them anymore. But this thing also used to be just stacked full of all sorts of garbage and things that I probably wasn't ever going to use again. And that's all taken care of. So yeah, we clearly got a bunch of things going on. I still owe a few videos of other things, and I'm honestly been a little lazy. I've been playing a lot of games lately because I feel like I haven't gamed in a long time, especially since I made so many videos and also blog posts the last 2 weeks ago. Like I was just pumping those out, which is not normal for me, and I wanted to take a break basically and just play some games and relax, especially with the high stress level of everything going on in the last couple of months. And so I did. But we got some plans, we got some things to do this weekend. I want to take a look at possibly putting the cameras in, so there'll be probably another vlog post for that. And I don't know, just all sorts of things. And welcome aboard all you new people. Lots of good stuff about to happen, I hope. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.